One of the biggest tools that I've benefited from that I highly recommend to anybody is meditation. And there's many different modalities here. You kind of have to experiment with things to to see what works best for you. But my favorite is to really just draw my attention to what I feel in my body, and that's just to so I view the tension in my body as like stored information that's left in a negative place or an incomplete place. And so I just bring my attention to the that tension in my body and start to breathe into it until it starts to unwind and start to show me what I have stored there. And and so we're looking to unravel and learn. Okay, so um, different spiritual practices, that's kind of this idea of this like inner teacher that you have, that when you sit in silence, um, you're trying to get to this place of observing situations where we can be fully objective without being wrapped up in the emotion, because the emotion really colors our perception. And so if I'm seeing things through a negative lens, that's going to be my experience. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to quiet the mind a little bit. We're trying to get silent. And, if you're not used to sitting in silence, if you have a very busy mind, I only recommend starting with 5 minutes. There's many different ways you can get started. A typical one is to just pick something to focus on and just give your attention to that and just allow thoughts to bubble up and surface. And you're trying to not attach to the thoughts. So you can focus on a flame like in a candle and just bring your attention there and start to take some deep breaths and just kind of notice what starts to come up for you. You might have some judgments. You might, your mind might be like, oh, this is stupid. Why am I doing this? What's the point of this? That kind of thing. That's just our training that says that we always need to be productive. We always need to be busy. We always need to be doing something. And so, you want to be in this quiet place. You want to be, and all we're trying to do is to center our energy and just really start to create some sort of calm. So many times when we're very busy, we just, we're on the go all the time. So our nervous system's in that fight or flight response on a regular basis. And if you have sleep issues, that's like a sure sign that you're not able to kind of turn your system off to get to the other side, which is rest and digest. Also, if you're having digestive issues, that's another sign that you're always in a state of stress. And we often look to substances to help us relax, but you can create that with just sitting with yourself and working through these things. And we want to function from this place of non-judgment where I'm not, the things that come up, we just allow them to kind of float away. If I'm attaching to them and building a story on them, now I could actually start building negative emotions, and it would be a negative experience actually, because I would just be more stressed. So we're just trying to take some deep breaths. We're trying to relax, and you can focus on mantras too, uh, like trying to. It's just like whatever is relevant to your situation, but we're trying to create a calm. We're trying to create a center. So I like very neutral thoughts. Um, like every day I'll get better at this, or I'm going to stick with it. I know I can calm my mind. And I also, we look to things that we do well and think of our thought process around that. So generally, if we have confidence in a certain area, our thinking is going to be positive around that. And so we want to apply those ideas and those principles to our thought process. So the things that I struggle with or the things that are new to me, I'm generally going to automatically have a negative lens and a negative self-talk going on. And so we just want to center on just these blanket neutral statements or slightly positive. And we just want to like build that muscle over time, because that's what we're talking about when we say be present. It means I can actually be here now, and I'm not consumed by all these thoughts from the past. And those thoughts from the past are coming from the tension in your body, the negative emotions, that negative information you have stored about yourself that you feel like you need to protect yourself from. So we need to start to shift out of the idea that I need to be busy all the time, otherwise I'm lazy or anything like that. We need to form this healthier relationship with just being with ourselves, being silent, and in that place you have this curiosity of getting to know yourself at a deeper level, and the better you know yourself, the better you can align your life to support the things that you want. And when we're trying to connect to the subconscious, we're trying to get a little bit deeper into ourselves to discover what I'm holding there, and what my worries and anxieties are really actually about, which is going to be painful experiences from my past generally. So when we start with the meditation practice. You start small. You experiment with different modalities. Just Google it or Chat GPT, whatever. Ask for different styles and then just try them out and see which one works best for you. Some of them are more active. Some of them are more just kind of just trying to calm the mind, silence it. So mine is the going into the body version. That's my favorite. That's also how I teach, but you can just focus on something and you're just trying not to think about things, and so we have to detach from thought, because when we attach to thought we start building more and more thoughts around that, and that's what generally creates stress in our body. So it's allowing things to flow up without judgment, and developing some self-compassion to just allow it to be whatever experience it needs to be. There's no perfect way to do it. There's no right way to do it. The right way is the way that works for you.